Hi guys and welcome to today's video. Today's video is an inexpensive drugstore makeup look which was supposed to be up for drugstore week but it's clearly a little bit late. I started with Revlon Colour Stay foundation which I just applied with my Real Techniques sponge, which is a great alternative to a beauty blender and it's far more affordable but pretty much does the same job, and I really love this sponge. I do dampen the sponge before I start using it. I really feel that this helps give a really beautiful airbrushed finish to the skin. I then went on and used my Maybelline eye eraser. This was pretty much the same colour as my skin, and I usually do use one that's slightly paler, but I do go in later to highlight, but I think this works really well to cover up any dark circles or discoloration in the skin. And again, I'm just applying that with my Real Techniques sponge. And I'm just using the corner of the sponge to really get into the smaller areas of my face. Admittedly, my primer isn't drugstore, I'm really sorry about that, but I do apply an eyeshadow primer to my eyelid. Then I go on to the 17 Easy on the Eye eyeshadow palette, which I kind of discovered accidentally. It's been in my collection for a little while and I haven't had a lot of use out of it, but recently I can't get enough and I think it's just beautiful. I just take one of the more bronzy shades and just apply that all over my lid. It's really pigmented and it applies beautifully. I'm really surprised by the quality of these shadows, it's really beautiful. Then I just take one of the darker shades and apply that to the outer corner. And then I just blend that in across the crease. And then I just go in and soften up the harsh edges with a fluffier brush. Using my Avon Super Shock Gel Pencil Liner. This is incredibly pigmented and I just line my lash line and my waterline with this. Then using the Body Shop Liquid Liner, I'm just adding a bit of a cat eye. This has a really beautifully thin tip. I'm not doing anything too extreme, just a bit of a flick at the end and quite a thin line across the top. Then just curling my lashes again. These curlers aren't drugstore, but I feel like eyelash curlers are a great investment because they last such a long time. Going in with a Max Factor mascara, I'll leave the name to that below. Admittedly, this wasn't my favourite Max Factor mascara, but they are quite good and you can get really great mascaras in the drugstore. I think you just have to find one that you really love and works for you. Then I just jumped back to my brows and I used the Maybelline Brow Satin. I really love this and I've been using this so much recently. I love how thin the point is on the pencil side and it also winds up, which is really convenient, and then the powder is great for the start of my brows where my brows are a bit sparse. Here I'm just applying some eyelash lashes. I'm awful at applying lashes, which is why I haven't included much footage of that. As I mentioned, I go back in with a lighter concealer to highlight and add a little bit more coverage, I guess. This is the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer and I really like this as a highlighter for under the eyes and across the cheekbone. I think it really conceals and highlights at the same time, and again going back in with my Real Techniques sponge, just using that corner to get around the eye. I also brought this concealer down my nose to add a bit of light there and between my brows as well, just to add a bit of dimension to my face. I did add a little bit of the Smashbox pencil contour. I didn't have any other cream contour from the drugstore and I'm just really liking cream contour as a base, but you can easily skip this step if you don't want to spend the money on it. I then powder really lightly with the Bourjois Healthy Balance powder. I think it just looks really lovely on the skin and it's really inexpensive and perfect for your handbag as it comes with a mirror, and I'm just using a Real Techniques to powder. It's quite a small but fluffy brush and I really like it for powder. And onto my sleek contour kit, and you can definitely skip the cream product and contour with this. I did apply a little bit too much, but I just kept buffing that out and I think at the end it looked fairly natural, and I'm just applying that to the hollows of my cheek, and then I add a little bit of bronzer on top of that just to add warmth to the face, and I just think it adds a really beautiful bronze to this look. Then I'm using the Bourjois blusher in 54, just on the apples of my cheek really lightly. This has a little tiny bit of shimmer in it, which really brightens and adds dimension to the face. It looks really beautiful in the light. Finishing off my brows with just a little bit of Rimmel brow gel. This is just clear, really easy to use, and I really don't think there's any need to spend a lot of money on a clear brow gel. Then just lining my lips with my usual Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner in East End Snob. And I do start to bring this colour towards the middle of my lips a little bit. Then I'm just adding a few waves to my hair, just random pieces here and there, just to kind of add a bit of movement to my hair. And then that's the end of the look. It's kind of what I would consider daytime glam. It's obviously got eyeshadow and lashes and contour. It can be worn day or evening really. I think it's a really nice look that I go to all the time. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you did enjoy, and I'll see you all in my next video very, very soon. Bye!